What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Have a matchup today of Blue Buggy versus Red Black Koby. Play my good friend Panda, member of the Deck Swappers podcast, 104. Be sure to check that out. I'll put the link in the description. But he's got an interesting build on on Koby. He's a Lucci player usually, but he said he's trying out his own Koby build here. So I haven't really played a lot of Kobys. I usually expect a lot of of the 8 cost Koby to come down, maybe some character rush. But we're going to search for a top 1, grab a promo Buggy. He's going to play a Kujiaku, which allows him to search top 5 for Navy, and then also that has a secondary effect where he could sack it to buff a character by 1,000. Koby's effect is, I believe, sword characters can attack on the turn that they're played characters. And then also, if any character would be to remove, any Navy character would be to be removed, he can instead put, I believe, 3 cards from the trash to the bottom of his deck. He searches and he grabs a Sakazuki from, I think, OP11. We're going to search again, and we can grab a Galdino searcher or a 2K, really, and we're going to grab the Galdino. Let's search again, search top 4. We can grab a 10 cost Buggy. We can grab Croc and Mihawk. We don't have a Croc and Mihawk yet. Very important. We're going to need that, so let's grab that. Let's swing a 6 life. He takes. So the idea here is we can promo Buggy into Mihawk next turn. I kind of like that idea because what I'm expecting is Koby usually is like character rush and attacking active characters. So if I'm gonna play like 2 characters, I can play out the like ones with a bunch of power, the promo Buggy and the Mihawk. Like that's got a lot of power. Those are gonna be harder to remove via battle. He also taps 1 for a Sengoku, which allows him to pitch 2 Navy and draw 3 cards. And then he's going to tap 3 for the new Garp from the starter deck, which is a blocker. Also, I believe he can rest it, or maybe just activate main to minus 1,000, or excuse me, minus 1 cost. I swing 5 life, he takes, and now we're going to pitch a promo Buggy to play the. We're going to go with the Croc and Mihawk first, draw 2, trash 1, and we're going to trash the Sables. And we're going to play the Alvida down, draw 3, trash 2. So we're not going with the plan I said earlier, mainly because I think when I saw that he had the cost reduction Garp, I think that I wanted to be able to prevent against removal via like that. I know he has a Sakazuki, so let's get that out first. And we did draw another promo Buggy, so we still can promo Buggy Mihawk next turn. His Sengoku's at 1,000 power. He picked it up a little bit. I thought he was going to swing it. He was just like, it had a little mark on it or something. But yeah, on his board, the only real threat right now is the Garp. It's a 4,000 power. It's a blocker, so he might not swing that. So he's probably just going to swing lead. That's what I would expect, and we would take. He's thinking it through. He's down to 2 life 2. He's going to sack both Kujiakus to buff Sengoku by 2,000 power and then put an extra 2 Dawn on and swing 5. Wasn't expecting this. I'm going to take, it's a trigger of a cross-skilled searcher. We can only add Galdino, so we'll add the Galdino. And then he's going to swing 5 life again, and I'll give him the 1K. I don't want to go down to 2 life at this point. He's going to tap for another Garp blocker and then a Ripper blocker. That Ripper is... it gains blocker if there's another Navy character other than Ripper. So first, let's swing the Galdino into the into the Sengoku. Might be a slight mistake just in general because I'm feeding his trash a little bit. He kind of like the trash is a good resource for him to be able to prevent removal. I swing 5 life. He gives me a 1K. Now I'm going to swing 7 life. He gives me the Ripper blocker. And then now we're just going to hard cast promo Buggy into Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. Probably trash the Mihawk, and we'll pass. So now we're set up to 10 cost Buggy next turn if our board stays. I don't think we have a 10 cost Buggy though, so that's kind of a little bit of unfortunate. But if we draw into one, whether it be off of life or via our next card draw, or if we draw into a searcher or something like that, that definitely would be a strong play. But now we're in a really strong spot because his board's only those 2 Garps. They're 4,000 power and they're blockers, but they can't attack. Even if you wanted to like dawn up on them, they can't attack because the promo Buggy's putting in work. We're at like 7 cards in hand, so we're in a healthy spot too. He has a lot of cards in hand too as well. I think he's around 7 or 8 cards in hand. But we're just in a really strong spot here. The only real thing is that once we if we start dropping 10 cost buggies, he's gonna be able to protect via leader effect. His trash is at, he looks like he's counting it right now, or looking through it, it's probably around like 7 or 8 cards. So he has potential to stop 2 removals. I mean, he can only do it once per turn, but we don't really proc removal more than once unless we double Buggy. So he swings 5 life, and I'm just going to block. He's going to tap 7 for a Sengoku blocker that allows him to get a, I believe, 4 cost or less from the trash Navy and play it. So he's going to play down the Sengoku to pitch 2, draw 3. So he's at this point he's digging pretty hard. We go to our 9 Dawn turn. Here's where we would drop the 10 cost Buggy if we have it, but doesn't look like we have it. So let's swing the Galdino there. I'm just thinking it through. Like I could Mihawk. Oh, I do have the 10 cost Buggy actually. So we're going to swing 7 to life. And at this point, like he blocks and then 1 case. So now we can swing. I'm thinking whether to swing the Mihawk, whether to swing 9 into the 7, get some cards on hand, or make him use one of those guard blockers. I'm going to keep 5 Dawn standing to leader effect to play the 10 cost Buggy down. Let's swing 9 into the 7, either get 2 cards on hand or get one of his blockers out. Now let's swing 5 life. He's thinking about whether to take. He gives a 1k instead, and then we swing 7 life, and he takes. Now we leader effect, pitch the Mihawk. We're going to play the 10 cost Buggy down, attempt to remove the Sengoku. He's going to put 3 cards to the bottom of his deck, or from his trash to the bottom. Maybe it's 2. No, it's 3. The secret Koby is 2. But he puts 3 to the bottom of his deck. And yeah, he prevents the removal of the Sengoku. So now we got our Buggy out. We have protection. The only real weak spot right here now is if he swings the Sengoku. Like he can swing the Sengoku hard into like our Croc and Mihawk, and then maybe proc some removal at that point. But I'm okay with that because our hand has a lot of 2Ks. So we could defend that potentially. He taps 7 for another Sengoku. He's going to do the same thing he did last time, which is bring back the Sengoku that allows him to pitch 2 Navy, draw 3. So he's digging for answers at this point, but at the same time, he's establishing big blocker bodies. He's going to tap 1 for another Kujiaku, search top 5 for Navy. Looks like he grabs a 2K Toshigi. And he swings 7 into the Alvida. I'll let the Alvida die, make space for the board to play something. And here's, again, this is where, like, if I had Buggies, I would drop them. I'm lucky. I was fortunate last turn to draw into one, but I didn't draw into one this turn. So I'm thinking about what to do. The only, like, real card I have that I could play that's a strong card is the new tech card I'm trying out, which is the Snake Man Luffy. And I'm just thinking about, like, how... Like, I also have Hound Blaze. I'm just going to tap 8 for the Luffy. Let's just play it and test it out. I'm going to... At this point, my thought process is I want to start whittling down on his trash. So maybe I could potentially remove double, like, Sengoku's next turn or something like that. I'm going to swing 8 life. I'm going to use leader effect... Or, excuse me, the Luffy effect has rush. I'm going to pitch a card. I'm able to attach a Rested Dawn. And I'm going to attempt to remove his Garp blocker. He's going to put 3 cards on the bottom of his deck. He still has plenty in the trash, but at least like my thought process is let's start whittling down on it while also establishing a big body. So I swing, I'm swinging 8 life here. He's going to give me the Garp blocker. So now I can tap 2 to Hound Blaze. I'm going to Hound Blaze my leader, and I can bottom deck his Kujiaku. Not really that like game changing, but a card that's not going to his trash, he's not going to get extra value out of, and I get to actually get a little bit of removal in because I've already proc removal once. I swing 8 life, he takes. Now I swing 12 life, and he blocks with one of his Sengokus. He's down to 0 life, and now it's just a matter: do I want to swing the Croc and Mihawk or the Mihawk in general? I could, but I think I'm just going to pass. Mainly because I don't want to swing the Croc and Mihawk. And if I swing the Mihawk, he could just block 1k with the Sengoku. So he swings, looks like 7 life, will take, no trigger. He taps 7 for another Sengoku, and he's going to do the Sengoku play a third straight time, where he pitches 2 Navy cards, draws 3. And then now he's going to tap 1 for a Ripper. So he has 3 standing blockers. A Ripper and 2 Sengokus, but we have a pretty awesome board. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swing the Luffy, pitch a card. I don't get to get arrested Dawn because I don't have any, but I'm gonna attempt to put the Ripper back into his hand, which he accepts. Probably because he's afraid I'm going to 10-cost Buggy away one of his Sengokus or something along those lines. So now we're just swinging 12 life, and now I think like the fact that I'm swinging 12 is probably an awkward number for him. So I'm gonna swing 12 again. Actually, I was thinking about swinging 12, like putting 5, but I think I'll just start with a 7 here and see what he does. He gives me 2k, 1k. Now his hand size is getting really far down, and I think we're going to be able to get the win here this turn. Just got to map it out a little bit. I have, I think, 8 standing Dawn. Let's swing another 9. Let's swing 9. We get the blocker, and now at this point, we can put 6 Dawn, swing 13 game. We got it. He later showed me his build is definitely not a Koby build I've seen before. He's a Lucci player, so he kind of built like a heavy Navy removal deck with Koby. So there wasn't a lot, like he didn't have the secret Koby. There wasn't any like real cards that like attack active characters, I don't believe, or anything like that. So the things I was worried about, I guess I shouldn't have been worried about. But very interesting build. But unfortunately for that build, it kind of like is not as good against Buggy just because the Croc and Mihawk can stop a lot of removal. So kind of unfortunate for him that he got to play us against first round. But yeah, anyways, this was a fun matchup. I think this was cool because we got to see the Snake Man get out. Now, it didn't get a ton of value. It didn't change the game, I wouldn't say. It was cool to get it out, but I don't think like it made a point. Like I don't think it was a game changer. But still cool to get it out. Try the new tech card out. But yeah, let me know in the comments anything else I could have differently. Any coaching tips. Really appreciate you guys and see you next time.